Why you will absolutely fail at all of your 2024 New Year's resolutions if you don't learn this one thing. Why you will absolutely fail at every single New Year's resolution that you're about to embark upon if you don't learn this one thing. Guys, hi, this is DawnChurchill. I am a master life coach, a trauma specialist, and I'm also an ordained pastor and prophet. And I was going to make this amazing, really professional video and have it shot from all different kinds of angles. And I was going to sound all professional and, really articulate. And as I was praying, God said, Dawn, just have a conversation with them. So this is me just having a conversation with you. Now, real briefly, for the last 10 years approximately, I have quietly behind the scenes, I have been doing one-on-one coaching and small group coaching with numerous individuals. And I have been helping them not only learn how to walk through the process of mindset development, rewiring, and reconstruction, but I've also taken numerous individuals through significantly deep trauma healing therapy. Okay, so I'm going to get back to my original statement. Why you will absolutely fail at every single one of your New Year's resolutions in 2024 if you don't learn this one thing. Okay, so every time that we get to this time of year, everybody gets so excited, or most of us do, about starting a new year, new year, new me. And we make all of these New Year's resolutions. But I'm going to tell you why you have these horribly cyclical patterns of failure, defeat, self-sabotage, anxiety, depression. Some of you even deal with cycles of addiction, whether it be to too much food, too much sugar, alcohol, drugs, sex, the wrong kind of guys all the time, the wrong kind of girls all the time. Every single one of us, for the most part, have these negative recurring cycles of, you can either call it defeat and failure. Definitely, we can call it self-sabotage. Why does this happen to us? How many of you have every single year at this time, or maybe halfway through the year, you're like, dang it, I'm going to get in shape. Dang it, I'm going to make sure that I make some more money or save more money. And you take 2 steps forward and fall 5 steps back. You take 1 step forward and you fall 3 steps back. I'm going to tell you it's because of one thing. And I'm about to give you a gift that's worth its weight in gold. I hope you guys are ready to take notes. I'm only going to be on here for 5 minutes or less. All cycles of self-destruction, failure, defeat, and self-sabotage are rooted in one thing and one thing only. They are all rooted in past trauma, past unhealed emotional, mental, spiritual baggage. And most of the time, we're not putting 2 and 2 together of why we're walking in the same cycles of defeat and failure. And here's what we normally do. We go, you know what? I just need to get the right inspiration. I need to listen to the right motivational messages. I need to listen to the right motivational teachers and speakers. And yes, they're going to help you get in the right mind frame, but you can't sustain that mindset for very long if you haven't dealt with the things that are actually at the root of why you keep going in the same negative cycles in your mind, in your emotions, in your will, in your choices. So then we go, you know what? Not only do I need the best inspirational speakers speaking into my life, but I need to learn that they're all telling me that I need a new mindset. And so you work on developing a new mindset. You work on reducing the negative self-chatter in your head. You work on improving and elevating your thought processes. And you begin to focus only on the positive and never on the negative and yada, 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 yada. Now, yes, this is a very important key thing. I teach this to all of my coaching clients, mindset coaching clients, trauma coaching clients. It's a very integral part of the trauma healing journey. But it's not the whole enchilada. Because what will happen is you'll begin to develop this new mindset and you'll be going good for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, if you're lucky, for a couple of months. And then all of a sudden you are going to hit smack dab into a wall and you can't seem to move past it. And all of a sudden, all of this amazing stuff that you've been feeding yourself and that you've been focusing on, and all of a sudden you end up in a situation where all of that work that you've done has now gone down the toilet. You end up 5 steps back, 10 steps back, and you go, how the heck did I get here? And then what happens is, then even more negative self-talk, negative self-criticism, self-blame, self-shame. We end up in this spiral of defeatism, and we begin to blame ourselves, and we begin to even struggle with depression and all that other stuff. And it's because we still haven't addressed the one thing that we need to address. The one thing that you need to address to defeat every single cycle of self-sabotage in your life is unhealed trauma, unhealed emotional baggage, spiritual baggage, mental baggage that for some of us has also resulted in physical baggage, like we're carrying too much weight, we're in physical cycles of addiction and things like that. Okay. Why am I sharing all this? Because that is what Rocket Launch 2024 is all about. That's what this event is all about. I am going to pack into a 5-day experience. I'm going to teach you as much as I possibly can teach you in 5 days how to defeat these self-defeating cycles of self-sabotage. And it's more than just a new mindset. It's more than just listening to inspirational messages. It goes far deeper than that. And that's why even if you have developed this personal time of self-development and prayer and talking to God, that's why you still haven't moved past some of these major boulders in your life, because there is trauma, unhealed baggage that is rooted in who you are. It's like literally in the fabric of who you are, who you have become. And it takes more than a new mindset, and it takes more than inspirational messages to actually have complete victory. All right, you guys, I told you this is just going to be a conversation, so I'm not going to make this extremely long. So what I want to do is I want to tell you what you're going to experience in our 5-day launch party. And I'm also going to give you a little bit more description, and if you're on my website, then you can go and register right now. Okay. So the first thing I want you to know is that you are going to achieve clarity regarding the issues that have impeded your success. And so I'm going to take you through a process where I'm going to help you to identify the root causes of your self-sabotage, the root causes of your negative stinking thinking, the root causes of why you end up making poor choices, and you've just been trying to develop this new inspirational mindset, right? So I'm going to help you to achieve clarity regarding the issues that have impeded your success. And by the way, these things have clouded your perspective. It's like you can't even see the forest for the trees. These things have definitely contributed to a huge amount of mental and emotional strain and stress. And that emotional strain and stress has resulted in a lot of fatigue, a lot of lethargy, a lot of procrastination, and definitely a lack of sustained momentum. All right, the next thing that I'm going to teach you in this 5-day experience is I'm going to teach you how to uncover God's miraculous strength. I just want to stop there for a second. You can't do this in your own strength. And many people, once they realize they can't do it in their own strength, they don't know how to figure out how to do it in God's strength. So I'm going to teach you how to uncover God's supernatural strength to free you from these cycles of self-sabotage, failure, and defeat. And in our 5-day experience, I am going to help you expand your target goals, like the things that you actually want to achieve. But we're going to focus more on why you haven't achieved it and how to get that fixed, so that when you actually put your action plan into momentum, you'll actually achieve what you want to achieve, right? So I'm going to help you to, imagine the possibilities. I am going to pour on you an immense amount of deep encouragement and inspiration. And I'm going to help you to implement actionable steps that are going to propel you into your rocket launch year. All right. So right now, if you haven't done so already, I want you to go to dawnchurchill.org. I want you to make sure that you go to the place on my website where it says join the party or join the launch party. And I just want to tell you a little bit about, we have 2 different ways that you can register for this event. I'm going to tell you the one that I think is the best option for all of you, and that is our VIP All Access Pass. Our VIP All Access Pass. And so what that includes is, it is going to be 5 life-transforming messages from me that's going to help you to uncover all of those areas of self-sabotage that we've been talking about. You are going to get 30 days of access to those live recordings. Not just 5 days, you're going to get a whole month. You can go back and listen to them over and over and over and over again. Not only that, as a VIP member, you're going to get access to our live Q&A session after every single message. That means you guys get to pick my brain. You get to ask me whatever you want to ask me, and I'm going to give you expert level coaching answers from not only the last decade that I have been doing this type of work with individuals and small groups, but God has done a deep work in me. And I will begin to share my trauma story of how I recovered from 9 years of being sex trafficked by my mother and my stepfather, how I experienced a lot of satanic ritualistic abuse, how I experienced a lot of brainwashing, and how I was literally enslaved, put in cages, tied to furniture. Like, I've had a lot of trauma that I've had to recover from, and I'm telling you, I'm an expert at being able to help get you free from this. Now, ultimately, he's the one that does it. I'm just a really good coach. Okay. In addition to the live Q&A sessions, if you are a VIP All Access Pass member, we're going to conclude our 5 days. On the 6th day, which is a Saturday, we are going to have a vision board party like you have never experienced before. Now, I'm not talking about some cute vision board party where, you know, you show up with your cardboard thing or whatever you're going to put it on, and you have all these different pictures and you put all these inspirational words and maybe you put down some goals. I'm not talking, that's child's play. I'm talking about taking this to the next level. What we're going to do in those 5 days during our launch party is you and I, we are going to uncover a couple of the areas where you have trauma, unhealed baggage that needs to be healed. And you're going to be able to put the pieces together of how it is affecting you in one or more areas of your life. Then you're going to take one or more of those areas of your life where you have a real goal that you want to attain this year. Now, it can be in your finances, it can be in your relationships, it can be in your career, your business, it can be in your health or your fitness, it can be in your faith, your relationship with God, it can be in any one of those areas, right? But you have at least 1 or 2 significant goals that you want to achieve this year. And we're going to look at those goals, and we're going to look at how this unhealed garbage is affecting these goals. We're going to look at this unhealed garbage and how we're going to you're going to put the pieces together so that you can undo all of the years of damage that the enemy has done to you. And then once we put all that together on your vision board, I'm actually going to give you actionable steps that you can walk out. But the thing is, you can't walk out the actionable steps for very long. This is why you hit the wall 2 weeks or 2 months down the road, because we haven't dealt with this and this and this. And so we're going to put all of that on our vision board. All right. So if we are still in early bird registration, the All Access Pass is only $68, and you get a $10 discount. Bring it down to $58 if you join our email list today. Now, when we are out of early bird registration, the price will go up a little bit. Now, I highly recommend the VIP All Access Pass, but I have created something for somebody that just doesn't want to invest that much time, money, effort, or what have you. So if you want a basic entrance pass, it is only $34. If you join our email list today, it'll only be $24. You will get the benefit of all 5 of those messages in live real time. You can attend live, and you're going to get 10 days access to go back and watch them over and over and over and over again. Okay, so the last thing I want you to do is, not only do I want you to register for the event, but I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to tell you why. Because over this next week, I'm going to be sharing at least 3 different mini series of how sabotage affects our current life and how it creates these cycles of self-sabotage. I'm going to be sharing little bits and pieces, little nuggets of gold, and I don't want you to miss it. So make sure that you register today for our Rocket Launch 2024 event. Make sure that you subscribe today to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/DawnChurchill. And I can't wait to help you launch you and yourself and your new you, the new me, into 2024.